I was gonna say something else. I'm lying in bed because my pain is quite high at the moment. I am on my max dose of prescribed painkillers, which I hate being on. For those of you who are interested, I take codeine and I take mefenamic acid, and I am on my max dose of codeine, which each pill I believe is 30 milligrams of codeine to 500 milligrams of paracetamol. I might be wrong with that. I'm really bad at remembering, but I take 2 of those 4 times a day when my pain is real bad. That's the max. And so I've just taken that, and it's not really touching my pain that much, which for a normal person, one of those pills would knock you out and you'd be sleeping like a baby and you'd be acting super drunk and it would be mental. So the fact that I'm functioning and actually speaking to you is a bit of a miracle, really. But anyway, I've got my heat pad on under my sheet, and I got my legs on that, and that is really comforting more than a pain relief. It's sort of like a change in sensation. So I have that on high, and that'll stay on for an hour, and then I'll take an hour break, and then I'll put it back on again for an hour until I fall asleep. So it's on a timer. But I'm lying here trying to do this swatch, listening to some audio podcasts, and every now and again my legs just jump with pain. I'm not sure if that is just my body reacting to a spike, or if my muscles are trying to work it out or what. I have heard that it could be my blood pooling in my legs, so I do try and walk around or change position. I like to sit cross-legged. Sometimes I'll sit with a pillow under my knees, with my knees straight in front of me. If I'm in bed for more than a couple of hours, I try to get up and sit on a sofa because that changes the angle. But anyway, so there's that, and then I don't usually like to draw attention to my pain, which talking about it on a vlog seems very silly, but this is important, and it's important for people to know what it's like. And talking about it sometimes is the only thing you can do, because there's no way to cure it and make it go away. Sometimes talking about it is a very healthy sort of mental health coping strategy, where complaining about it or talking about it to someone is sort of a release of the frustration that I can't fix it, that there's nothing I can do about it, or that I'm trying all these things and nothing's working. So I have a couple of friends that I can text or call, or I can talk to my mom about it when my pain is just so bad and nothing's working. It's just like, let me just scream for a minute. And yeah, so I don't really like drawing attention to it, but when my pain levels are this high, and I would say that this is somewhere like an 8.5 maybe, so I'm not writhing around on the floor completely catatonic, but it is stopping me from basically focusing on anything else. Occasionally I will hear myself let out moans or groans of discomfort and pain, and it always catches me by surprise. I'm like, oh, did I just say that? Did I just do that? And that's a little bit shocking, I think. And I know if mom is sitting with me and I do that, she is really sweet and goes, oh, is there anything I can do? And she moans with me, which is actually very helpful. So I'm gonna go. Ooh, just got another little jump in my leg there. If I talk about this anymore, I'm gonna start bawling my eyes out. I feel like I'm right on the edge of being able to explain it and being completely overcome with emotion. I don't know if you can tell, but my eyes are watering and I'm feeling quite emotional talking about it. So I'm gonna finish my swatch, finish listening to my episode of Sawbones, and then I'm gonna try lying down for half an hour with the lights off, and see if I can go to sleep. And if I can't, I'll probably get up and do some more knitting, because this is so frustrating and it just completely consumes my mind. So at times like this, when I'm trying to fall asleep, if I sleep in a dark room with no noise or anything like that, with nothing to distract me from the pain, I go crazy and I start like punching my pillow, and all of my, I'm just like, because that's all I can think about. So I have to put on an audiobook or a podcast that I listened to before. I usually like to put the Harry Potter audiobook on because it's comforting and I know it by heart and I know the story, so it doesn't matter if I miss anything and I can fall asleep with that. And I have a stupid like match 3 game on my phone, or something very simple that I can play that keeps my mind concentrated on that, and then my eyes get heavy and I can fall asleep. That's the only way I've been able to do it. I've tried meditation, trust me, I've probably tried it. So I know that the blue light from screens and stuff like that is usually considered a bad thing because it stops your melatonin from producing when you're trying to go to sleep. But if I don't have something to focus my like idle thoughts on, I will be awake all night and there's nothing I can do about it, whereas this gives me a little bit of relief. Obviously, if I don't have to play on my phone, I try not to. But let me know in the comments if you struggle with insomnia, or painsomnia, as I call it, and what your favorite things to do are that help you. Because, as I said, I've probably tried it, but I always love to hear what works for other people. Because there is no one magic cure for this. We all find our coping strategies, and I say if it works for you, good. Good. Okay. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me ramble and complain, and hopefully if you're listening to this because someone sent you here, like, hey, listen to this girl talk about her pain because that's what it's like for me. Hi, and I hope you learned something, and I hope that you can be a little bit more aware and understanding about what it's like. So, okay. I hope you guys can sleep. Good night.